They're all set. They're off. Ovation gets a good start over on the rail. Call for a cat, pressing an attack early. Feeling in the slips races just in behind with Cruiser and Kerry Dancer grouping up behind the front runners. Ochan is taken widest of them all and Chadelia runs at the back. They're into that clubhouse turn. They leave the mile and Call for a Cat now tugs through to get that lead by almost 2 lengths. Feeling in the slips on the outside. Noses ahead of the rail running Ovation. A length and a piece back to Kerry Dancer. Ochan attached to her outside. As they go racing past the 7 and take to the back stretch. Cruiser races down against the fence. Chadelia now just narrowly overtaking that one and they share last. Blasting past the 6. Call for a Cat extends the lead to almost 3 lengths. Feeling in the slips on the outside. Ovation steadied right there on the rail. Just in behind them, that's Ochan racing close enough, if good enough, 5.5 lengths off the lead in 4th. Chadelia making mile ground. Toward the outside, that's Cruiser and Kerry Dancer now found a bit wanting at the back. But they're still all in with a chance. Just about 7 or 8 lengths separates the entire field, and it's Call for a Cat. Griffiths now loosens Ovation at the half mile. Feeling the slips right there, these three in a fairly tight group as they run toward the final 3. Ochan needs to make up 4.5 lengths. 2 lengths back to Cruiser. Chadelia scrubbed along on the outside and left out of it. It's a Kerry Dancer. The leaders now begin to bunch tightly as they arrive at the final 5/16. Feeling in the slips. Ovation gets a perfect run in between horses. Called for a Cat toward their inside, but they all stepped off wide. Cruiser right against the fence now and wound up for his burst. Ochan needs to do a lot more along with the rest down the stretch. It's Ovation in the center. Feeling in the slips out wide, and Ovation now darts a bit to the left. Call for a Cat trying to rally. Cruiser is over on the far side. It's Ovation being driven out by Winston Griffiths, a 16th to run. Here's Cruiser now coming with a burst against the fence. Ovation. Griffiths striving for all he's worth. Ovation beats Cruiser. Feeling in the slips. Call for a Cat. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the first, number 1 Ovation, 4-year-old chestnut colt by Burning Mark, Jessica by Jack Horner, bred and owned George Miles, trained Ten Sang Chung, the rider Winston Griffiths OD, second 3 Cruiser, third 2 Feeling in the Slips, fourth 4 Call for a Cat, running time 1820 meters, 2 minutes 1 and 1. Field in line, they're off. 1 mile the distance. Hailstorm, Prince Rydell, She's Royal, the slowest away. Ariana gets a good start, so do Little Rich Boy. There goes Florence now moving up to take them all on. It's Ariana and Florence now who share that lead. They battle for it. Lux in behind along with Cajun Fiddler. Firelink out wide. Christmas Street asked to take them on and beginning to gain along with Prince Rydell moving smartly against the fence as they leave the 6. Little Rich Boy is further back, some 7 lengths off that lead. A break to She's Royal. Hailstorm. Category Dancer last. Down the back stretch, they slip past the 5. Florence, just the leader by a head. Ariana on his outside as he finds himself surrounded Winston Griffiths. Lux is racing right there on the rail. Rather Cajun Fiddler. Lux in behind them racing in 4th, some 6 off the front end. Prince Rydell goes on the outside of Christmas Street. Little Rich Boy, She's Royal now begins a move from behind horses. A break of 2 lengths to Firelink, then Hailstorm and Category Dancer never been in it. Florence continues to lead up. Ariana pressing at the 5/16. 3 lengths back, Cajun Fiddler. Lux is under the drive on the outside as they turn for home, but Florence attempts to go all the way, holding the lead over the grey Ariana. Cajun Fiddler racing near the rail. She's Royal making mild progress against it. Lux looks to have cried enough as Florence holds the advantage over Cajun Fiddler on the rail. Ariana the grey just in the center. Over on the rail, that's She's Royal, but Florence holds the advantage. A 16th remaining. Florence battling to hold the lead. Cajun Fiddler now coming toward the end of it, but it's all over. Florence wins it over Cajun Fiddler. Ariana looks to be She's Royal ahead of Hailstorm. In In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the 6th, number 5, Florence. 5-year-old chestnut mare by Royal Minister, Rennie French by French Champagne, bred Howard and Grace Nelson, owned Westmead Racing Stables, trained Albert Chong, the rider Winston Griffiths, his second win on the card. Second, 6, Cajun Fiddler. Third, 7, Ariana.
Zaragoza enters field in line and sent off for the 37th running of the Jamaica 2000 Guineas. Jet Setter gets away quickly and goes for the lead. Traditional Prince moving alongside him. Here comes Zaragoza, the speedy one. And Zaragoza now slips through to get it from Jet Setter racing back just ahead of Traditional Prince racing in third. Don George racing down against the fence as they make their way floating past the 6th. So South is racing wide of horses. There goes Uncle Ken now beginning to make progress. Toward the outside, Big Man Boyu has made good ground. Justin and Fire is travelling well. There goes Anatos Erasmo racing down against the rail. Coney Island Invader is running just in behind these horses as they make their way now, leaving the half-mile marker. Invictus is asked to make some progress as they now slip away. Madura Gold also making progress. Coney Island Invader has faded, overtaken by Mohegan Sun as the 2000 Guineas field have arrived at the 3 with a Zaragoza just down against the fence. They now make their way toward the 5/16th and there goes a Big Man, a Boyu now asked to pick it up on the outside as the field turned for home with a quarter of a mile to go. It looks to be Big Man, a Boyu who holds the advantage. Justin on Fire coming with a kick against the fence toward the outside of horses. So South running the race of his life, then Jet Setter toward the extreme outside. That's Uncle Ken in the stretch drive, but it's Big Man Boyu who has the advantage on the run now inside the final 16th. Big Man Boyu chased by Justin on Fire, and Big Man Boyu wins the 2000 Guineas. Justin on Fire is finished in second. Erasmo looks to be third over Jet Setter, then Uncle Ken, and so South.
In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the 37th running of the Jamaica 2000 Guineas, number 11, Big Man Boyu, a 3-year-old chestnut colt by War Marshall. Lady Chachi by Salal Bahadur. Red Henry W. Jagai ODJP, also the breeder of the winner of the 1000 Guineas. Owned Basker and Basson. Gary Sobrati capturing 1,000 and 2,000 guineas. The rider Brian Harding. Second 7, Justin on Fire. Third 6, Erasmo. Fourth 12, Jet Setter. Fifth 4, Uncle Ken. 6th 16, Sir South. Running time 1600 meters, 1 minute 41 and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention is drawn to the winner's enclosure for presentation of trophies for the 37th running of the Jamaica 2000 Guineas, kindly donated by San Myrna Paper Products Company, Jamaica Limited. Making the presentation, the first one, Miss Veronica Baker, Sales and Marketing Manager from San Myrna Paper Products. She presents to Mrs. Marine